The SCA has upheld the High Court order which declared Zuma's release on medical parole irrational, unlawful and unconditional. The appeal court says it's up to the Correctional Services Commissioner to determine whether the time spent by Zuma on unlawful medical parole should be considered in determining the remaining period of his incarceration. The appeal court ordered that if the law permits, the Commissioner may consider the disputed period when determining grounds for Zuma's release. The court has declared that former Correctional Services Commissioner Arthur Fraser was not legally permitted to release Zuma on medical parole without the positive recommendation of the Medical Parole Advisory Board. It also ruled that Fraser relied on irrelevant factors to justify his decision. Among others, Fraser considered Zuma's advanced age, his status as former head of state, and subsequent civil unrest. The SCA has further lambasted the Department of Correctional Services for releasing a media statement stating that Zuma had completed serving his sentence on the 7th of last month. This happened while the appeal court hadn't yet determined whether Zuma had lawfully completed his sentence. Zuma was handed a 15-month prison sentence by the Constitutional Court in June last year after he defied its order to appear before the State Capture Commission.
The order of the judgment reads as follows. 1. Paragraphs 5 and 6 of the order of the High Court are set aside. 2. Save for the above, the appeal is dismissed with costs. 3. The first and second appellants are ordered to pay the costs of the first, second, and third respondents jointly and severally, the one paying the other to be absolved. The costs shall include the cost of 2 counsel.
The SCA confirmed the powers of the Medical Parole Advisory Board. The board was established in 2012 to constrain what was deemed to be unfettered powers of the Commissioner of Correctional Services. The appeal court ruled that matters relating to how inmates serve their sentence, when and who qualifies for parole, should be determined by the executive of the department. The court says the matter implicates the doctrine of separation of powers. Makhala Masiteng, SABC News, Bloemfontein.